Hey there and welcome. I'm so excited that you decided to subscribe to our newsletter. So you're gonna receive a lot of cool stuff, blogs and videos and all the future stuff that we've been doing here. Allow me first just to take the time to thank you for subscribing to our newsletter, because that gives me an indication that you are someone who do care about becoming a better person. You are someone who do care about just making this world a better place to live in. With that in mind, just let's dive directly into the seminar. So the whole idea for today is how to live your truth. See, the word truth is really big in my consciousness. Is that one of those words that I really value? And it took me around 3 or 4 years studying to realize what is truth and how does it affect our life. The truth I'm talking about is really living your essence, that part of you that's untouched by the conditioning of the society, that's just untouched by what your school told you what should be. It's that essence of who you really are. And then to learn how to bring that essence to the world so you can design a lifestyle that's an expression of your truth. So you have a relationship that do express your truth, so your business do express your truth, and every single thing in your life, it is an expression of your truth. So I get here 6 tips. 6 things you can do right now to start really actualizing your truth. Number 1, heal your limitation. Heal your limited self. Now, what I mean by healing your limited self, every one of us has been programmed to see ourselves in a certain way. We call that in psychology or in self-growth in general, self-image. It's the way you see yourself. It's the way you perceive yourself. And you know what? 95 to 97% of your thoughts, of your daily thoughts, are revolving around that kind of image. So imagine if you have a destructive image. Definitely you're gonna attract a destructive situation. And definitely you're not gonna be able to live your truth, because you know what? If you have a limiting self, that natural flow of energy, that natural flow of your truth, it will be blocked and filtered by the perception that you are small. So how can you heal those limited parts of yourself? Again, that's a journey. That's not something you're gonna do just one day, but to start with, just to bring your awareness to your body. Just breathe and bring your awareness to your body. That's the place where your subconscious mind is stored. That's the place where you store your emotion. And ask your body, what part of me that's not in alignment with my truth? You might feel just some kind of pumping in your stomach, just tightness in your chest. Go and connect with that part, because that's an indication of your body trying to communicate with you. Go and just communicate with that part and ask it, why I'm having that limitation? So it could be something like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not kind enough, or I am lazy. Go there and ask, what is the source of that limitation? What that means to me? Just investigate that limitation. And then start realizing that this is just a belief. It's not the truth. And how would you know it's a belief? It feels heavy. That's just a general rule. And if you march your life with that rule, you know what? It's going to be easier for you to live your truth. So again, number 1 is just go and heal those parts of yourself. Number 2, ground yourself in the present moment. See, probably you've heard those words before, be in the now, and Eckhart Tolle stuff, the power of the now. But what really being in the now means? It means just leaving your mind and go back to your body, go back to your heart, connecting with your soul, connecting with that true aspect of yourself. And when you are grounded and connected with that aspect of yourself, you know what? Your natural self will start to flow. You feel much more spontaneity, because there is no thinking anymore of who you really are and how you should act and how you should interact with the world. You are natural. Your words are natural, your decisions are natural. And not just that, when you're grounded in the present moment, you're gonna feel much more confidence, way much more confidence. It's just a byproduct of being in the moment. So you don't need just to go and buy confidence and look for confidence from the outside. Actually, what you need is just to be in the moment, the source of everything, the source of joy. Now that leads me to the next point, which is having purpose, having vision. Not any kind of purpose, not any kind of vision, soul vision. Something that do express your truth. And I'm really passionate about the idea of having a purpose and having a vision. And when we talk about those concepts. I'm not saying to stress about and start figuring out, oh, why I'm here and why I'm bored. No, just take it easy. It's just as simple as having a why. You need to connect yourself with a strong meaning. And when you do connect yourself with a strong meaning, man, you're activating higher emotional drive in your brain. Your brain are to be driven with a certain triggers. And when you connect it with a meaning, you connect yourself with one of the highest human drivers. So how can you figure out your purpose? Start as simple as asking, okay, what really matters to me in life? If I have all the money and time in the world, what I would still do? If I have just boom, some kind of magical stick to change one thing in the world, what would be that thing? Do you know what? When you start asking questions, when you start really intercepting and meditating on that question, the universe has a very interesting way to bring you answers. And you know what? The science is all over the place. And if you just become more attentive, you're gonna find that purpose. So just start with simple purpose, and from there you can grow. So for example, if you're a photographer, you can say something like bringing the inner beauty out of people. If you're really passionate about sustainability, you might have a purpose like making the world much more harmonious and clean. Now, the other part we talked about is having a heart vision. It's vitally important to connect yourself with a vision that's bigger than yourself. See, the way I think about vision, it's as simple as a story. So you could think of yourself as just an editor. Like if you're an editor and you have to write down a story, what would be that story? In terms of health, in terms of relationship, in terms of business, in terms of how you're gonna change the world, in terms of your hobbies, in terms of who you really are, in terms of your skills and talents, and just write something that is compelling. Don't just write something that's slightly different where you are now. Write something to move you emotionally, something that do express your truth, do express your authenticity. Maybe at the beginning you won't be that clear, but just start with the things that you are clear about already, and then you can tweak it and change it. It's your story. And you connect yourself with that story, everything will start to change. Which will lead me to the next point, acting. And not just any kind of action, authentic action. Action that would bring you closer to live your purpose and your vision. Just baby steps action that would help you every day to actualize your truth. And you know what? You can't just live your truth mentally. You can't just live it in your psychology. You need to act on it. When you act on something, you start empowering a new patterns in your life. And every time you act in much more authentic way, in a way that's in alignment with your heart, you're gonna feel it. And you're gonna empower that truth. So your ego or your lower self is not the one who's leading your life, but your true self is the one who's leading your life. And taking authentic action, it could be as simple as raising your hands when you don't feel like it in the class. Expressing your opinion when you fear other people to judge you. No matter what that action feels to you right now, just start acting on it. And the next point, having supportive environment that would uplift you and help you bring your truth forward. Do you know what? I know how hard it is when you're in an environment or around the friends that don't support you. I've been through that. Actually, the first time when I started growing, the first time when I started getting into self-growth, I can't even think of anyone around me that was interested in anything that has to do with consciousness or growth or spirituality or philosophy. So I felt a bit alone. I felt weird, although like now I love the word weird because I am weird. The whole idea, for 8 months, I felt what I'm doing alone, but I feel deep inside that I need to keep going in that path. But it doesn't have to be that way. Actually, when you find friends that are supportive, that do see your truth, that do see your true self, it's a game changer, man. Everything will start to change in your life, and you start to bring that truth way much more faster than before. And even if you don't have such a group of friends around you, it's okay. At least just have the awareness for the importance of having such a group, of the importance of having supportive environment that would help you to bring your truth forward. How you can do that? It's as simple as just go to meetup.com and find people that are interesting, that are inspiring, that would see your truth. Go to Toastmasters, places where you can speak and practice speaking. Those are the places you're gonna find inspiring people. People that see beyond the veils, people who can see your true self. And also, if you want to surround yourself with a supportive environment and find and attract supportive and inspiring people, you need to be that person. You need to be the person who sees the truth in other people, the person who sees the value in others so they can see that in you. Now, the last point, which is one of my favorite, is meditation. Meditation is one of the most important things you can do in your life. And you know what? It has been proven through science. It's not like just some kind of spiritual or philosophical concept. It has proven through science that meditation do increase your cognitive abilities up to 30%. Meditation increases your happiness. Meditation increases your ability to focus. Meditation increases your well-being. It enhances your relationship. So it does affect every aspect of your life. But how that fits with what we're talking about here, which is living your truth. For me, I see meditation is really going back home, connecting with the true aspect of yourself. See, through meditation, we're not trying to stop thoughts, we're just trying to go beyond thoughts. And when you go beyond thoughts, you go beyond the jail of the conditioned mind. So you can see your true self and bring it forth to the world. And you'll be able through meditation to see those limitations, to see your limited emotion and understand where it's coming from. It's much more like studying yourself and knowing who you really are and bring it to the world. So those were the 6 points I have in my mind about how to live your truth and how to become the truest version of yourself. So let me again thank you so much from all my heart for subscribing to the newsletter, and also join our family in the Facebook. There you'll find the like-minded people that are interested in becoming the truest version of themselves. Thank you and enjoy.